All right, so one of the things I'm doing right now while waiting for, my tank on the ground to empty, dry out, I did a leak test on it. I did find a small leak. You can see in this picture here, that towel is definitely wet, and right here, and I'll put an arrow in case you can't see it, is where the leak was coming from. It was really minor. I mean, it was just barely dribbling out, but it was enough that's what these leak tests are for. So I have one rivet yet to fix on that tank, and then that one will be sealed. This tank, I've got 3 rivets on the other side, even though it was only one. I wasn't sure exactly which one, so it was just kind of a weep. It was a really slow weep, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just drill those out, put in more stuff, and seal those up. So once that tank dries, I will crack open some of my Pro Seal and seal these 2 suckers. But in the meantime, since my wife isn't here to work on the fuselage bottom, I'm looking at other things I have to do. And one of the things is this. So this is the bottom fiberglass rudder bottom fairing is what this is. And this, one of the reasons I hadn't put this on when I was working on the empennage is because I was waiting for this light. So this is the Aveo Posistrobe XP, and it's really bright. It was like a $300 LED or something like that. I forget the exact price. It works on 12 to 14 volts. This is a 9-volt battery, and if I hook it up to the 9-volt battery, you can see that's really bright. Like, I can't look at it. I don't know what it's doing in the camera. And then the yellow wire is the strobe aspect of it. Oops, I just lost it, but you saw it strobe. The yellow wire is the strobe. So cool. I'm going to get this hooked up and working. It's got a blue wire. I haven't figured out what the blue wire's for. And there were no instructions in here, or if there were instructions in here, I don't know where I put them, which is entirely possible. It's been like 3 years. So I'm going to go through all my paperwork. I generally put all the paperwork in the same place. I just didn't see it. So I may have to reach out to Aveo and find out what the blue wire is for. It may just be ground. I don't know. But I need to get a connector, some clever connection system here so that I can just plug it in and then run the wires up from the back of the empennage all the way to the front. So that's more wire drilling. The other thing is I'm going to drill a hole right here in the bottom so that as it sits in the plane, it actually sits at about that angle. So if any water or anything gets in there somehow, it'll just drain out the bottom. So I'm going to do that here shortly, even though that's not in the plans. It seems like a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do, working on this. And yeah, it's getting slowly closer to being a plane. Oh, there's so much work though. It's just never ending. Alrighty.